Yep, I think we're live now.
Got it? All right. I'll go to your channel real quick. Yep.
We're live now?
Yep. That was just going through the advertisement. There we go. Perfect. All right, guys. Let's see how many people are. Yeah, I think there's a 30-second delay too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have to wait. I mean, from my, like, the thing that I always do is I just mute it.
See how many people are. Yep.
And then so I can see the, still to see the chat.
Yeah. Okay.
So
I'm gonna put this over here.
wait, I'm gonna give it this, the mirror. This is my setup.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So this is the from Zoom. From Zoom.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Yeah. Because I see this right now.
okay.
Yeah. Perfect. Wow.
Oh yeah, I'm going to say in Bahasa first because some of friends here are saying hello to me in Bahasa, in my language.
Oh, how do you say it?
It's saying like, "Hai, apa kabar?"
Akapakar?
Apa kabar? Apa
Apakapar?
kabar?
Kabar.
Yeah, apa kabar?
Apa kabar?
Yeah.
Close. Close.
Yeah. That is like a hello everyone. Like, how are you?
Right.
So
all right.
I'm going to say it in Bahasa first. So I will greet.
Oh, sure.
Halo semua. Ini kebetulan ada Xeon still di sini. So Steve, dia dari Florida, Amerika. Dia dia pinjam channel gue untuk live. Jadi teman-teman di sini kalau misalnya yang join di sini, sebenarnya dia numpang live di YouTube gue. Jadi kalau misalnya mau join silakan, kalau misalnya enggak apa-apa. Nanti ada live yang gue nya sendiri nanti malam jam 8 ya. Oke.
All right. Let's do this. All right, hey guys, hey Xeon here. Hey everyone in Indonesia. I'm Xeon Steele, and we wanted to do, or actually, yeah, we both wanted to do this live interview with Demian. And ladies and gentlemen, this is Demian Aditya, and all my friends here in town, out of town, from different states. I finally have Demian here with me. Well, not with me here. I wish he was here in the US, but have him here live on Zoom and YouTube Live. All right. So, but now just to start real quick, I had issues with my Zoom trying to connect with YouTube. So we decided just to use Demian's YouTube channel for this interview, for this Q&A, because it was just much easier. So hope everyone don't mind, but it's okay. We're live, you can see us, we're talking, so this is perfect, okay? And just in case, there's a 30-second delay, so if you ask any questions later in this Q&A, we're not ignoring you, I'm not ignoring you. Again, this is a 30-second delay, so just bear with us, all right? And we have a lot of, wow, we have a lot of people on already.
Yeah, it's 63 already now. Who's
perfect,
watching.
Beautiful.
And also there's Andre Limantara. He's a friend of mine, my best friend. He's a magician doing coins, and I think he just joined. And also he's the admin. He's the one who's taking care of the chat. Before he always helped me to taking care of the chat, because sometimes there's like people saying bad things, so he's going to like.
Oh yeah. Hey Andre, thank you. All right, so we're just gonna go ahead and get started. And if anyone misses this, this is gonna be on Demian's channel, and once it's on his channel, I will post it on my channel so you guys can watch the whole interview later on if you do have time. This is going to run about probably 2 hours, right, Demian? Maybe 2 hours, hour and a half, 2 hours.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'm easy.
Perfect.
I'm it's all up to you. This is your
Okay,
show.
sounds good. Hey, what's up, Andre? Perfect. Hello, everyone. Dust Gaming, Patrick Kantik. There's so many people. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, like most of them are
Okay.
from Indonesia.
Yeah, that's
So
great. That's wonderful.
for those of you who's watching this and it's not from Indonesia, could you please like give a thumbs up so we know that you're
Oh
watching
yes.
here?
Yeah, and everyone here in the US, all my
Yeah.
friends, yeah, definitely give this video a like, thumbs up, everything, subscribe, everything.
No, I mean just
So,
like chat and give a thumb so we know
yeah.
that you're there.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Okay.
Yeah.
So Damon and I, we've known each other for almost 3 years now, right? I think it's almost 3 years.
I think we know each other before America's Got Talent. I joined America's Got Talent is 2017, but
Right.
I think
Yes.
we know each other before.
Yeah, because I think we met back in 2017, actually.
Really, I think it's before, maybe like 16.
Was it before? Maybe
Yeah,
16?
because we already have a chat from like you're commenting on my videos and also like your video. So we had a little chat, but it get
Right.
more tense. I mean, we get more like tense after the AGT, I think.
Right. Okay.
If I'm
Yeah.
mistaken.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'll start off by saying how Damon and I met is I got into I mean everyone knows or a lot of people knows that Damon does amazing black art magic, okay, on his
Yeah.
channel. And so I got into black art almost 5 years ago. And just in case if our buddy Shin is watching, I never really got into black art until I saw Shin's 52 Shades.
Ah.
Then once I started watching that and doing the 52 Shades routine, I started getting really heavily into black art more. And then once I just started, researching and just watching your stuff, it gives me ideas as well. So from that point, where after I learned the concept of black art and then I just took it from there and just started creating different things, just trying to be very creative. Where just like you as well, of course, you make something that's so impossible possible that you really can't do it, of course, in real life.
Yeah.
So yeah, but so that's how Damon and I met. That's almost 4 years ago through, performing black art online on our social media. So the very first question for you, Damian, is when did you start magic? Of course, everybody asks all magicians that. So, and just for the people who may have seen you before but don't know a lot about you, in the U.S. or most of my friends or around here. So when did you start magic?
I start magic. Well, I really start. I mean, like professionally in 2002. That's the first time I start professionally. But my first trick, my first trick that I learned, but I didn't take it like as I start magic. But the first trick that I learned is when I was in 6th grade. That is the first trick. Yeah, 6th grade. But that is like only one tricks. The coin and hanky, or like I make the coin vanish. So that is my first trick, and then I like master it, and after that, it brings me until like juniors, and then I mean it's the same trick that I do over and over and over, and then I start to learn new tricks by buying gimmick. It's like the dice cube, the dice cube, and then it's like the
die.
Yeah, a very like beginner's trick. So I bought that kind of gimmick probably in junior school. So
Okay.
I start early, but not the sleight of hand, only just for hobbies.
Right.
And
So was that like
in 2002?
Oh, okay. So you were sixth grade. Let me see. What? How
23.
old? How old were you?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm
Sixth
40
grade.
this year. 40 this year.
14. 14. Okay.
40.
No, I mean, when did you that
Oh,
first trick
the
that you
whole.
learned?
Oh,
How
the
old were you
first
then?
trick. Sixth grade, probably.
I think that was. I think that's maybe 10.
Yeah, 10
Is it
ish.
10? About 10ish. Yeah.
Yeah. I think
Oh
so.
wow.
Yeah, 10. Yeah.
Man, yeah.
Yes, 10.
Yeah, and and now if you guys heard, Damian said he's 40. He does not look 40. we're
Same as
literally
you. Yeah.
we are 10 years apart, and
This is
I
like
really
mostly
didn't.
like art.
Right? Yeah. Same here. But yeah, we're 10 years apart, and we talked about that a couple of years ago. Because I'm 50, Damian's 40, and then of course, thank for the Asian blood and skin, we don't look our age. Because I thought Damian was like 29, 30, 31, 32 when I first saw him.
Oh, really?
And yeah, but now since 4 years has passed, he was only yeah, I thought he was about 31, 32, and then but still after 4 years, I mean, you haven't aged either. So
What's the name that you told me before? The pills?
oh yeah, the telomeres. It's a
Yeah.
telomere period. That's it. That's what you got to do. Okay, let's see who else.
I think
Risky.
there's
Hey,
still
Risky.
a lot of magician here. Not a lot of Indonesian still.
Yep. Okay, so so next question, how long you been doing magic? So that was since you were 10ish, 10, 11 years old.
Yeah.
Until now. And when did you get into the stage magic, stage illusions?
I started my
Especially
first
the stunts, all the stunts too.
the stunt.
Yeah.
Well, to be honest, I started to do dangerous stuff on stage. It's somewhere in between like 2000. Wait. I mean the real deal. Like uh, I show it to people, and I mean like for the publicly. It's in I think it's 2009 and 2010. Yeah, that's the first time. That is the first time I did like most of my act are dangerous. That is 2010, because before I do only like maybe the most dangerous act that I did was Russian roulette before, and then 2010 I just like evolve doing like crazy stunt.
Right. Yeah, when I saw you on it,
2010.
because when you told me you were going on AGT, and I asked you, or I told you, don't tell me what you're gonna do because I want to be surprised, just like everyone else, right?
Yeah.
So when I saw you do the sand escape, I mean, it was literally flawless. I mean, just flawless. Okay, because I didn't know what to expect, just like everyone else, because I didn't want to know. But when you turned it, when you were holding the sledgehammer with your back turned to the audience, when you came around and you stopped, and I was like, oh my God, that's Demian right there. And sure enough, you took your hat off, turned around, and that was you. It was, I mean, of course, I would say a lot or some magicians, knows how that's done, but it was just flawless how you did it. And I mean, and that's your skill, that's your talent. And when I saw that, I was just like, oh my God, there's no way that he is not going to go through. So of course, when you finished, everybody's like, yes, 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 yes. So I was like, yes, all right. But yeah, so now with that sand, the sand effect, or excuse me, the illusion, how long did it take to build, and how many times do you had to practice that? I'm sure a lot, of
Yeah.
course.
So most people didn't know that the Sense Act was actually is the second version, the one that I
Oh,
did
really?
in America's Got Talent. There's this the first,
Oh,
the
that's right.
second version. Yeah, the
That's
first
right. Yeah.
one, the first one I did in Indonesia is in 2002, but it's not that perfect like what you saw in America's Got Talent. So the one that I saw, the one that I did, and then the first, I always say to my friend is the Mark One. The Mark
Ah,
One, it's the sense my crew put it manually, so it's like slowly because the first time I presented on live TV, they want me to do the act for 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
20 minutes, yeah. So they
Oh, wow.
pour the sands manually, so slowly, and then suddenly boom, the accident.
Right.
So it took me the idea until I mean, I had the idea, and then it took me like almost a year to create it, and then bring it on stage. It's basically because I had in 2007 I had an act called the Buried Life, and it's so very popular here in Indonesia because no
Mhm.
one ever done it before here in Indonesia. So I had a thought that what if I bring this kind of act on stage, and how can I bring it, because I need a ground. I need a I have to bury it inside the ground,
Oh,
but
right, right. Okay.
I want to bring that kind of act on stage. How? So I keep trying, and then do the sketch and everything. So the idea came up with the I call it sense torture. I I just and design it and put it on stage. And then after that, after I saw my act in 2012, I was like, this is not good. So I keep developing. So when you ask me how long, it took me probably like from 2000 from 2007 until 2015. That
Oh,
is the
wow.
process. Yeah, that is the process until the one that you saw in America's Got Talent. So that's
Right.
done perfectly. And it took me uh like a years, like one intense years to like developing and make it more perfect, because before I wasn't locked inside the what I call it, like locked and then attached to the ground
Oh,
for yeah. I just
okay. Yeah.
like
Platform.
I
Okay.
yeah, I just like with the chains,
Mm-hmm.
and then handcuff,
Handcuffs.
and then another chains on my leg, so and just lay down, so not
Oh,
attaching
okay.
on the props.
Yeah, definitely with the neck locked
Mhm.
made it more is yeah, it just made it more suspenseful, more
Yeah.
dangerous, of course, you know.
Yes.
Um, but yeah, when I first saw that, you know, and I'm literally I made my wife and son watch it. They were watching us
Thank
like,
you.
all right, come here, come back, come on, you got to come watch this. So, but yeah, when you did it, they were both like, oh wow, you know, it was just perfect, man. It was just again flawless. Okay.
Did you
Um.
show the Mark III,
Uh.
the third version?
No.
I did it for Australia's Got Talent,
Oh.
the one with the
Okay.
hand.
Okay. I have to watch it because I saw that you posted that, and then I got sidetracked and I forgot. But yeah, I'll have to watch that for sure. Definitely. Okay. We have some questions. Let's see. We'll answer just a couple of them. I have to answer the questions, the one in English. Okay, guys.
Mhm. Yeah.
Keith. Oh, my buddy Keith Wood.
Hey, Keith.
He lives in California. He recently left and moved to California.
Mhm.
He's his question is, Damian, I see a lot of magicians lose their passion when they go pro. Do you do
Mhm.
anything to keep your passion for the art? And this is from Keith.
Huh. So, uh, well, basically, this also happened. The question also been asked to my Indonesian magicians. What do I do to keep the passion still alive? Maybe because I love this act. I mean, I love this art of magic so much. Maybe.
Right.
So the first time I fall in love is magic. I fall in love in magic when I first saw David Copperfield on TV.
Oh
That
yeah.
is my first
Same.
love, and then
Yeah.
yeah, and at that moment, uh, the 6 years old Demian I think that he want to be like David Copperfield, because David Copperfield for him and for me is like the real superhero. You can see him flying, walk through wall, and do
Right.
amazing stuff, and he really exists in the
Yeah.
US. It's like when you saw Iron Man, Superman. Well, he's good, but he's not exist in America. He's a fiction,
Exactly. Right.
character fiction. But David Copperfield is there. So I fell in love in magic sense, and then until today, I still have that kind of love in me. So so maybe that's just the main reason why I still have this passion, and I still want to have the feeling. I still want to share the feeling that I had when I was in 6 years old back then,
Okay.
seeing David Copperfield. I want to share that kind of feeling to my audience.
Right. Oh
So
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
it keeps me like growing and always learning, because I want to give everything. I want to show the people, like if I can do it, like maybe every time I do my act, that is so beautiful. So I want to like, hey, you have to see this, you have to see this. So
Oh
that's
yeah.
that. I think that's what makes me keep growing, and keep me alive, the passion.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's good. That's good. All right, Keith. Damien just answered your question. All right. So we'll wait for some more.
And then
This
Pep,
is
Kit, is it Kit? Kit? Yeah, Kit. I'm sorry if I have like very bad English, so I'm so sorry.
Keith. Nah, you're good.
I
You're fine, man.
I hope you understand, because sometimes I mess up, especially when I already had like 3 hours sleep, so it's kind of
Oh
messed
yeah,
up.
yeah, guys. He only had about 3 hours sleep. So, but yeah, but but thank you so much for doing this, Damien. It's
No, that's okay, man.
this is great.
You're like
Um,
my brother, so.
yeah, thank you. Same here, man. Same here. All right. So, who inspires you for, let's say, instead of just the question, who inspires you? Literally, like, who inspires you in close up? Who inspires you in parlor and stage?
Mhm. Well, for my stage, of course, David Copperfield, because I
Okay.
learned
Oh
a
yeah.
lot from him, not directly, but from his performance. So I bought all of his TV special in DVDs, in CDs. Back then, it's in CDs, and I learned
CDs. Yeah.
how. Yeah, I learned how he present his act, and that's it's like for me, watching him almost every day for like years is like having my mentor, but not literally mentor, but I just like keep
Yeah.
watching how he do this, how why because for me there's a lot of things that he did, it's full meaning. So there are no meaningless move. Like every move has meaning, and
Yeah.
everything that he do have something, just to make people like, it's like giving people the message. It's like giving you something but you don't realize it.
Yeah. Oh
So
yeah.
that's
Yeah.
like subliminal message that maybe you most layman didn't understand, but everything he do, he have meaning. Everything what I mean, I'm everything, like literally for me he's a perfect. So I learned a lot from his performance. That's the one that it influenced me on my stage act. And for my parlor, I like Tommy Wonder, and also he inspires me a lot. Tommy
Oh yeah.
Wonder,
Tommy Wonder. Yeah.
yeah, Tommy Wonder, and then Fat Caps. And
Yeah.
then for my close up, well, basically close up, I love all like the late magicians. I love their philosophy in magic, especially like Max Maven, Eugene Berger,
Oh yeah, yeah,
Jeff McBride. That's
definitely.
that's the books that I read when I got into magic. So maybe they give me like a lot of influence, because the most important thing is connection between you and the layman, you and the audience, not just the tricks. That's why I have a motto: it's not about tricks, it's about experience.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So that's influenced me a lot. And for the crazy tricks that I did, maybe for the Instagram and for my TV shows, I got it from like I saw Luchan, I saw Cyril, and a lot of
Oh,
like street
Cyril.
magic. Yeah, Cyril, yes.
Oh yeah, Cyril. I would love one of these days. One of these days, I need to meet Cyril. He's really good too. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I love
Yeah.
his idea, because it's like mind blowing. Sometimes he can do like crazy stuff with ordinary objects,
Yeah.
and and that I learned from his shows, his TV shows, because I can see that how he communicate with stuff, and then doing crazy stuff, doing crazy magic with ordinary stuff is like, man, I think that's the real message when you do perform for people on the street doing street magic, because doing it with like ordinary stuff make people think that you're the warlock. I mean, the true
Yeah.
warlock,
Yeah.
because you cannot do like when you do street magic, you cannot do, hey, shuffle the deck, on, hey, I have a coin. Like, you have to have like things with do
Yeah.
magic with surrounding.
Exactly. Yeah. 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 Exactly. And the last one is who inspires you for the close up magic?
Close up. I think I still Tommy Wonder. I like all of his philosophy. Oh, Paul Harris.
Oh yeah, Paul Harris.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Paul
definitely.
Harris. I
Yeah,
mean, I have
he's
all of
good
his
too.
books. Yeah, and
Yep.
then I think like there's a lot of names also, but they inspire. Oh, David Williamson.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Keith said, "Thank you. That's a great answer
Uh,
from his question."
Thanks, man.
Let's see. So next question is, and again, just in case, if you guys want to ask questions, ask them away. Again, this is 30-second delay. So again,
Mhm.
don't think that we're ignoring you or I'm ignoring you. And Damon, actually, is there any questions in your language on here?
No, basically
I
most
don't.
of them
Just
are
comments.
asking. Most of them are like mostly Sarah's fans also, and then they're asking me, where's Sarah? Where's Sarah? That is why when we start the live, I told them I'm going to say in Bahasa. It's telling them that this is now I'm going to have like a talk with you, and then now it's going to be like all in English, and it's not going to be like my vlog or something with Sarah. So I hope they
Mm-mm.
understand. It's about you
Oh,
and
okay.
me doing that. Yeah. So basically, I just like telling them what happened here.
Yeah. What's going on? Okay. Cool.
Mhm.
Um. Mak. What was that?
But
Maka. Maka says, Xeon, how are you? Hello, Maka. I hope I pronounced your name right. Hello. I'm fine. Thank you for asking.
oh yeah,
Meka.
Meka, yeah.
Meka. Okay. Okay. So next question would be,
Mhm.
have you always lived in Indonesia, or your whole life? You were born and raised
Yeah,
there?
I born and raised in Indonesia, but
Yep.
basically in Indonesia I have like a lot of cities.
Hmm.
I born in one of the cities in Indonesia called Tegal. It's
What is it
like
called again?
Tegal,
Edgar?
Tegal, Tegal, Tegal.
Oh, Tigal. Tigal.
Yeah, Tegal. Yeah,
Okay.
so it's my hometown. So I was born in Tegal, and then when I was in like, if I'm mistaken, like 2 years old, my father just decided to live in Jakarta. So he moved and bring all, me. Yeah, I think only three of us back then, and at that time. So he flew to Indonesia, to Jakarta, and then decided to stay in Jakarta.
Okay. Okay.
So
Do you have any?
yeah,
I can't remember. Do you have any brothers and sisters?
I have sister,
Sister, right?
one sister, yeah,
Just one sister? Yeah. Okay.
one
Okay.
sister.
Yeah. 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 I have one sister as well. She's a butthead, but she's fine. She's okay though. She's
Yeah,
1 year
same.
older than, yeah, she's 1 year older than me.
Ah, mine
But
is
yeah,
younger,
she's, oh,
3 years
oh,
younger
3 years
than me.
younger. Oh, okay. Okay.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. My sister, she's okay. She's not, I call her a bitch sometimes, but she knows.
Well, I well probably my sister was like my fight buddies.
Oh yeah, same here, same here.
But back then, but
Ish.
since and after that we I mean like I got married and then I moved to my own house, and then that is the moment we realized that we don't have any fight partners again. So and kind of miss each other because hey,
Yeah,
used to be here, and then
yeah,
but yeah,
yeah. That's good. I mean,
kind
everybody
of
has
fun.
different relationships, with brothers, sisters, family, whatever. Yeah, for me, it's like I can go, I can go 5, 10 years without talking to her, and
Oh
which,
really?
yeah, to us, to me and my sister and I, it doesn't really matter because I've been gone. I moved out when I was 18, so when I was 18 and now I'm 50, I've been gone for all these years. So
Mm-hmm.
it's almost like normal for us, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, but we'll talk to each other, and I'll talk to my mom, once every couple of years, so but that's how my relationship is with my
Ah,
family, with my parents, and or before my dad passed away, with my dad and mom and sister. But I've told you about that story before.
yeah,
Yeah. So but yeah, so you only have one sister, no brothers?
no brothers.
No brothers? Okay.
I have brothers in Florida.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's me, one. Okay. So let's see if we got any questions up here. Understand what they are talking about, Richard Jonathan.
Yeah, some of them are saying they don't understand what we are talking about because they don't really understand English.
Right. Okay. Richard, there's a Richard Jonathan. Uh, yeah. Luckily, I understand what they're talking about. Yeah. So we have a question from Andre.
uh,
I want to ask Demian, what is your best magic moment?
uh. Andre, you're my friend. You already know the story. Why you ask this? So, not maybe not people understand about I mean they don't know my story, like the real story that I had, like the big moment in my life. Well, it's all happened in 2017. That is my my best magic moment,
Oh
because
wow. Okay.
back then, before 2000 and before 2017, when when you meet me and you ask me, hey Damien, why you choose magic, and then what is the reason you still doing magic? I always said to
Yeah.
everyone, like literally everyone, I always said that the reason why I choose magic because I want the people in the world to see my creation, my act.
Right.
That
Oh
is
yeah.
that is my dream. And then um, in 2015, me and Edison is joining us now.
Yeah.
He said, "Hey,
Hey
nice to
Edison.
see you."
Hi Edison.
Yeah, and then me and Edison, we create like publicity stunt back then in 2015. It called the Buried Life, where I buried in concrete for 3 days.
3 days?
3 days, yeah. So I
Oh my
buried in
gosh.
concrete for 3 days. So and for us, it's like the biggest achievement because it's also the act that bring me to America's Got Talent.
Oh, okay.
and because the talent agent, maybe they search like from YouTube and from everywhere, and then suddenly 2016, there's a guy from America's Got Talent contact me and say, hey, we like your act. Do you mind if do you want to show the buried life, or like not buried, yeah, the buried life concrete in our show in America's Got Talent? And I said, well, it's not possible because it took me, it's like maybe 15 to 20 minutes to make the to do the whole process, because they only gave me 3 minutes. And they said, oh, okay, sorry, blah, 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 blah. And then they almost cancel it. And then suddenly, this December, is like probably December, somewhere like before ended, before 2016 end, they contact me again, and do you have any other act? And then I just told them that I have this sense torture, and then they like it, and they want me to perform it on the shows. So, and then 2017, it happens.
Right.
That is my goal. So that is my dream. I want people to see my act. I want people to see my creation, and God fulfilled my dream. So in
Right.
2017, people knew me because of my sense torture act. I mean, like literally from around the world. I didn't know that it's gone viral that time. So 2017,
oh, wow. Okay.
2017, I have my dreams. Like the only dream that I have is want to see. I want people in around the world to see my act. And then in 2017, I got it. And the same time, few months after, God like giving me a test. So it's like me this high, and then suddenly God just like drop me like to my lowest level in my life. So I had me and Edison, so we kind of do the how to say I do it the sense torture, not sense, the death drop for the second time. What happened?
Oh, okay.
Like wait.
Uh-oh.
Something happened. I think it's the light. No, wait. I'm very like a very perfectionist person. So
yeah, perfectionist. Yeah.
Sometimes sometimes if it bothers me, I was like, I have to do something. Okay. Yeah, and then in November 2017, because we failed doing the death drop in America's Got Talent, so we want to try for the second time in our country, because that back then in America's Got Talent, we didn't have all the crews. All my crews, we cannot fly them to America to help us, so we had the American crew that help us, but it's still, that is not my like heart and soul crew. So they did help me, but they didn't really know what I want. So and then so me and Edison think that okay, we should do it. We should do this again for the second time in our country, because we have all the crews, we have all the preparation, we have all the props made in our country. So okay, let's do it again in November. And then we did it live on like one of the biggest television in Indonesia.
Oh, okay.
And that accident happened.
Right.
So probably the people in America didn't hear about this story, but in Indonesia, it's like it's gone viral. I mean, literally viral. It's for like 7 days viral. I am in the news. I mean, all over media. Because for those who didn't know about this, so when we did it again for the second time, we had an accident where Edison is still inside. So he was like
Yeah.
literally impaled by the spike.
Yeah. So just in case, for the ones who may not have known or seen this before, when Demian and his crew try to do the death drop that he performed on America's Got Talent, it's basically just like he said. It's yeah, the death drop. It's basically steel pipes, sharp steel metal pipes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So when so basically Edison, and that's one of your best friend,
Yeah.
was literally impaled with that spike. So, and that's what Damon's talking about. If you guys haven't seen it yet or haven't heard of it, but you know that happened. It was, you know, it was definitely crazy and frightening for everyone, for all of them. But good to say now, Edison came back full force. He is doing well. He's walking, laughing, smiling, talking, still still on Damon's crew, of course. And but yeah, that was pretty scary. And I wasn't there, of course. And but you tell me about it. Yeah, that is scary. I would be scared too. Yeah, in his shoes.
Yeah. Well, after the accident, I I was thinking like, okay, this is gonna be the end of my career.
Oh,
Yeah,
right,
because
right. Yeah,
I mean, performing on live television and you did a mistake, like a huge mistake,
right.
that's gonna be like end your career.
Yeah.
So, but then again, God is like a miracle. So
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that it turns out after the accident, and then Edison like got back 90%. Well, he's not fully recovered, but he's like 90% uh, in his. I mean, he's different, but he's still okay. 90% he's okay, although he's not
Right,
100%. He still can't run like a normal person, but he can run, and he
okay,
now
right.
he can do basketball. He can do like maybe motorbike, all the things that he loves, but
Oh, that's good.
not 100%, but he's doing like very well.
That's good. Yeah, that's really good. Uh, okay, let me go up here.
And he said, Edison said, "It's a miracle, Xeon. Period. God saved us with His own hand."
Oh, wow. Yeah. Yeah, it is. It is. And I'm glad you're on here typing too. So your hands and fingers are okay. So that's great. Let's say, okay, we have, they didn't have a subtitle. Okay. Richard, I keep saying Johnson, but it's Richard Jonathan.
Yeah,
Do you know Richard? Do you know this guy, Richard Jonathan?
I had no
No?
idea, but he does help answering the
Oh yeah, I did
viewers
see
was
that.
yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you, Richard, for answering the other folks' questions. And then we have a question from Average Batten 736.
Mhm.
Let's see. The first question. I got to scroll back up. When is your
How do
inspiration
you
become?
how do you start magic? That is his first question.
Yeah. What is your inspiration to become a magician? Oh, a jar. Who is that? Anjariani?
Anjariani, yeah, he's asking you
Anjariani? Oh,
because
for me.
he thought that I do the
Oh, the
interview
interviews
just
to
like
me.
yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. So for the ones who just recently joined and didn't join from the beginning, um, we were going to do the Q&A through my YouTube channel, but I had technical issues trying to connect Zoom to YouTube, so we decided to be much easier. Just use Damian's YouTube channel because he uses Zoom already and it works perfect, as you can see. So it was just easier to use Damian's channel. And let's see. That's mine reminds me of. Okay, Richard. Oh, I'm sorry, not Richard. I wanted to know how can you all do magics? Okay. Average Batten says he just wants to know how you do how we do all the magic. Yeah. Yeah, the English is it's
What
okay,
you know?
but
How
he
can
wants
you
to
all
know
do?
how you can
Oh,
do all magics.
how how can you all? I mean, like both of us. How can we do magic? How?
Yeah. Um, I guess
Well,
I can just answer. Yeah, go ahead. Go
you
ahead,
answer.
David. Go
No, no,
ahead.
you first. You first, because
Uh,
he answered for he asked for both of us.
I guess both of us. Well, I don't know how you all do magic. Well, we just do magic. Um, I mean, I guess the best way to answer that is we do magic because we love magic. We have a passion for it.
Exactly.
How we started magic, that's a different story because that's it.
Hmm.
I started. I've always loved magic when I was probably the first magic trick I saw was I was 10 or 11 years old,
Hmm.
and it was one of my dad's friends, and I didn't know what he was going to do. And I think I told you this story like a year ago,
Hmm.
but one of my dad's friends came to our house and he took an egg. And me at 10 years old, I don't know anything about magic, obviously. I see him, from what I remember, I see him take an egg and he puts it in his elbow, right? And then me as a 10-year-old, I'm like, oh, what? Right? So he takes the egg and then he pulls it out of his eye. And
Oh.
then when I saw him pull it out of his eye, I was like, what in the world? How did that happen? Of course, right?
Mm.
Then he takes it out of his eye, puts it in, grabs it, puts it in the other elbow, pulls it out of his other eye. So I'm like astounded, don't know what just happened, at 10 years old. Maybe I was younger, maybe eight or nine. And so then what was funny is I don't know why I remember this specifically, is he came back to our house. I don't know how much later, and he purposely had like lotion or some type of medicine, as he called it,
Hmm.
around his eyes. And he purposely did that. I found that later from my dad. He purposely put the lotion around his eyes to show me that it hurt his eyes trying to pull out the egg. So he had to put medicine around his eyes to fool me and to lie to me, right? And then my dad tells me that he tells me, "Oh no, no. He's done the trick, for many years or something like that, and he just put just it was just regular lotion, put it on his eyes, around his eyes, to make you think that that he got hurt pulling the egg out of his eye." So from that point on, I learned, just simple tricks as a teenager here and there.
Hmm.
Um, I never really got into magic until I was 40, 39, about 39. And that's when my son Xavier, he got interested in magic from 7 years old to nine. He stopped at 9 years old. So when he was getting interested in it, that's when we started looking up YouTube videos and, trying to get different things, just like everybody else. And so he stopped at 9 and I just continued. And then now it's 11 years later, I'm still doing it.
Mm.
So that's, yeah, that's how we do the magic. Average baton, 736.
But
Yeah.
this,
So for
yeah,
you, Damon, yeah.
me, yeah, I think the most thing that is like I told you before, the one that started me is because I was David Copperfield. Because no one here in the family are doing magic, like neither my father, my mother, or my grandfather. No
Oh,
one.
wow.
Yeah, only I'm the only one. So my first crush was when I was 6 years old and watched David Copperfield on TV. So, and then I mean it's kind of like ups and down because my mom didn't want me to become a magician. My mom didn't allow me to learn magic because she want me to focus on school, because sometimes when I'm too
Oh,
focusing
yeah.
on my magic, I'm not
Right.
doing really good on the exam. So my my score isn't that good. So every time that I had like a mid test, my mom was like, "Okay, where's your magic props?" And then she was like, "Lock it in her drawer. Study. You have to study."
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, but then again, it still keep me like I mean it doesn't stop me. So yeah, as you see, I still do it until today.
Oh yeah. Okay. Let's see.
Here's a question from N. Smith. I think he's not from Indonesia.
Answer. Okay.
What?
Thank you, Xeon. Oh, you're welcome. Keith. Another question from Keith. Oh, wait a minute. Sorry, Keith. I gotta go to a question before yours. Hold on. Oh, okay. This is a friend of mine. His name is Nunzio. He lives here he lives in Jacksonville. He's asking, yeah, hi Demian, what is your process for coming up with a new effect?
Interesting question, because I got mostly like recently I got all the new effect. I got it from watching movies.
Oh, okay.
Especially if you watch my shows, my live shows in Indonesia, the whole package that I'm presenting it is like when it's like I'm the victim of the guy in the Saw movie.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right.
So it started with like an LED. So like video. I just like put a opening video. So basically, it's like the villain the villain in Saw movie is sneaking up. So I just like walk into my car and then got hit and then kidnapped by this person, but we don't know him. Like we just like suddenly a guy wearing mask hit me and then uh what do you call it, kidnap me.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay. Right.
the show start is with the like dark and then there's a light. So I just like woke up and there's like a video saying, "Hello Demian, I want to play a game." Yeah. So
Right.
recently my process is like I watch movies, so I get inspired and I say, why don't I do this in real life? And then why don't I add some this and put that, some like different kind of stuff that I can stuff in with the act. So that is my process. And then
Mhm.
basically horror movies, and then like Saw, especially Saw, when I want to create like escape act.
So, oh
And
yeah.
then
Yeah.
and then like a little bit Harry Potter, and maybe other movie and other kind of act, other like art, but mostly 80% the ideas are from movies. And then after that I just like take my book and draw sketch
Hmm.
and put it there, and then
Okay.
talk to
Yeah.
my friends, talk to my teams, and then have their inspiration also, and then put there, put like some of this, some of that, to make the act
Hmm.
perfect. And then we try
Right.
to develop, and I talk to my illusion builder, and then make it done. So that is more or less the process.
Okay. Oh, there's your answer, Nunzio. Let's see. Has a question here from, I guess is Nuri, Naritha. Do you
Mhm.
still want and will always make magic tricks if you experience failure in magic? Okay. You still
Mm.
want to, yeah, do you still want to always make, create magic if you experience failure in magic or continue
Always,
in magic?
always,
Always?
because
Always?
yeah, because for me, there's a funny story. After maybe 3 days or 4 days after the accident of the death drop. So I came to the hospital, and that is the first time I saw Edison. And
Oh,
then we talked when he was hospitalized. So he talked, and we do a talk, and there's like for our wives, they think that we're crazy because at that moment, like maybe like 5 days after the accident or 6 days, probably like a week lah, a week after the accident. Did you know the first thing we say to our wives is like, we have to do this again.
oh my God. Oh gosh.
So
What
I
did they
think
say?
well, well, especially it's not the right time for Edison's wife, because Edison's wife is like 8 month pregnant, and
Oh
then
goodness.
she was dealing like too many stuff, like Edison laying down in hospital, and she have to carry like 8 months
Oh yeah,
baby. Yeah, and
she had
I
a
mean, like,
lot of emotions. Oh
yeah,
yeah.
a lot of emotion. I think that moment is not exactly the right moment to tell them. So yeah, we're crazy, and then after that, okay, me and Edison's like, okay, we'll talk
Yeah.
about this later on. Okay, and I hope it's already answering your question. I mean, can you imagine? It was like not not even a week. We already talked about on doing it again for the second time, for the third time.
Oh wow.
So
Yeah.
well, I mean, I'm not saying that I'm trying to like what do you call it, like fight with death. I mean, like, what do you call it, like,
Oh yeah.
I'm not,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not a daredevil, daredevil,
A daredevil. Okay. Right.
daredevil person. I'm not that kind
Mhm.
of type, but I like to do something that is mostly normal people wouldn't do. And when it comes ahead and failure, I failed or something, it doesn't stop me, because I want to learn, because I don't know, it's like when we're trying to walk, uh when we was babies. I mean, not babies, like when we were a kid, we're trying to walk, we have
Right.
to fall first,
Yeah.
then we could
Oh yeah.
we could walk like
Yeah.
normal, we could walk like we are now.
Yeah.
So
Try again. Yep.
yeah, like try again, try again, try again. Because sometimes when you decided to quit, maybe that moment is like you like this close to success, maybe, we
Mm-hmm.
don't know.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Next, there's a okay. This is actually Korean Canuck. Um, he says, yeah, he follows both of us.
Hey.
Do you have any advice for magicians who want to eventually perform on TV, like AGT?
Ah.
Because he told me he wants to try to audition for AGT sometime
Oh,
soon.
nice.
Yeah.
So maybe my advice is like do something that get easily make you recognized, because it's like when I want to have my audition back then in 2017, I was thinking like the season itself is already like 11 seasons. So the judges already saw a lot of great act.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to have something that is different. You have to have something that catch their eyes.
Right.
So
Oh yeah.
that is the moment why I decided to bring my sense torture on AGT stage, because I don't think any magician ever perform like magic with the quote unquote failed theme.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
because they didn't expect that happen,
Right. Yeah.
because they will think that every magic act should be done perfect, and then should no flaws or no accident. So that is the reason why I have to bring that to America's Got Talent, because I'm 100% sure that they never saw it before. So
Yeah.
I mean, just like what you saw with Shane and Eric Chan, they gave something that they never saw it before. So
Right.
you have to have
Exactly.
something that they never see, they never saw, and you have to have something that it's count. So it's your when you do the audition and you pass through, so it's your golden ticket. I mean, it's like, for me, the philosophy is like a sniper.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah,
One hit, one shot, one hit.
yeah.
So that is the only way when you want to try auditioning for a AGT. You have only one bullet and only one shot. Make it
Yeah.
right. One shot.
Yeah. Yeah. That's very true. Very true. Okay. Next is hey, you're welcome. Korean Canuck. I call him you. Why? He's Korean too, so I'll
Ah,
just yeah. So I just call him you. YOO. Let's see. Next question. Let's see. Richard Jonathan. Is that even your real name, Richard Jonathan? I'm guessing you're from Indonesia as well. But he's asking both of us this question. When you
uh,
started to be a magician, did you learn how to read tarot cards as well? I know it's off the topic, but just curious. For me, no. I never read tarot cards. I've seen them, I've shuffled them like regular cards, but I never read tarot cards. And for Damien, probably yes, I'm guessing.
why? Why? Why?
No?
Why? Yes. Why?
Because I know that I know that Sarah does the
Psychic.
the hard type movies, and also I saw that she was on YouTube with a friend or a fan talking about I think she was talking about tarot cards as well. I think I could be wrong, but she was talking about something similar. So that's why I say maybe you've done the tarot cards.
Well, I didn't done the tarot card, but I did learn about tarot card. But I'm not
Mm,
doing it like reading people. No, no.
right.
I learned tarot card because before I did illusions, I did I'm doing magic with the. Do you know a bizarre magic?
Bizarre.
Bizarre magic. So basically, it's a magic with the storytelling, and mostly uh, it's like a, well, they say that it's like a supernatural, like paranormal stuff, but it
Hmm.
done for entertainment.
Right. Oh
So
yeah.
it's like a calling spirits, love, and then doing, rather than with cards, we're doing it with tarot cards. So
Right. Okay.
it's like magic in a mystical way. So before I'm sure I do illusions. That is my first genre that I'm in the magic, because
Mhm.
Indonesian people like mystical stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
So
Hmm.
I want them to grab their attention by doing something mystical. So rather than, hey, choose a card, maybe I was like,
Right.
oh, at this time this is your card. It representing how you feel this time. So your card will be like this. But it's more like only the presentation, but same trick, same old same, like ambitious card, but using
Yeah.
tarot card. So yes, I did learn, but I'm not performing it by like reading people's fate or something. No, I'm using it for my act.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. That's good. That's a good answer. Um. Let's see. Richard Jonathan says yes. That is my real name. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Here's my. Okay. So now we mentioned Sarah, your wife. Now, a lot of people on over here, or most of
Mm.
my friends and people that that follow me as well, you guys may not know. If you know, great. If you don't, but Damian's wife, Sarah, she's a movie star in Indonesia.
Yeah.
She has millions of followers. She's done several movies. And when I tell, and Damian and I were talking about this before we went live, when I tell my friends, you know, just kind of like just casual talking, and you know, we talk about like it all starts out with your video that you've done on Instagram. You know, they say, hey, Steve, you know, Steve, have you seen, you know, Damian's new video, or I'll send it to somebody, and then it just comes up that. And when I tell them that your wife's a movie star, and they're like, "What? No, no way, no," because I think it's the persona of not just for me, but for anyone that knows a huge celebrity. Okay, for like it's human nature or kind of normal where if you know somebody very well, but that person knows a celebrity, or that person knows, you know, someone else, it's like, it's almost like a thing where they almost don't believe you because they know you and they've known you for so many years, and they think it's not, they don't think you're lying, but they just can't believe it. So it's that type of not, you know, not, it's not on purpose, it's not for them to being mean or anything at all.
Yeah,
It's
I
just,
understand.
it's just human nature, basically, you know.
It's like, nah, you're joking. It's like that.
Yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, so guys, if you didn't know, yeah, I mean, I always say Damian is like Copperfield of Indonesia, okay, for magic. Okay, that's what I call Damian, right? And then Sarah's, you know, is a movie star celebrity, you know, in Indonesia. Again, she's done several movies, and so now you know, everybody, okay. All right, so Nuritha, okay, Nuritha, do you want to make a kind of magic concert that invites? Oh, do you want to make a magic show that invites all magicians around the world to display a very cool magic combination? I would like to. You know? I mean, I'm sure Damian would like to as well. That would be kind of cool, you know.
Yeah. Well, basically, it already happened.
Oh yes, that's right. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So maybe you can get clear. So this is called a superhuman. So it's like an
Oh
Aaron
yeah,
Crow.
superhuman. Yep.
Yeah, with the Aaron Crow, and this is me, and then there's a magician from Malaysia and Philippines, Visum Asia winner, Jeffrey Tam. So it already
Oh yeah.
happened like first in 2018 probably, and then this one, the late one, Grandmaster of Magic in Philippines. This is
Okay. Yeah,
all
I remember that.
mostly a Visum champion, and this is the first time only like me and Jeffrey Tam.
Oh yeah, Jeffrey. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Nurita basically, of course I want to traveling like have a show around the world. Maybe we're trying to get there, but we now we're doing it for only like Asian tour right now, and hopefully
Yeah.
we can go around the world.
Yeah. So, let me see. Told me a few times. Okay, Nunzio says, "I believe you." Okay, thanks, Nunzio. Thanks for the answer, Richard Jonathan. Thanks for the answer. You're welcome. Oh, Ido Hong. Ido.
Ido, you know Ido, huh?
Yeah, yeah. He did he designed the Hocus Pocus playing cards
Yes,
for Hocus. Yeah.
yes, he's a
Let's
friend of
see.
mine.
Yeah, yeah, because yeah, you guys did the live Q&A the other night or the other day. When was it?
From Instagram.
Instagram. That's it. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
Instagram. Yep. I think Damian told me a few times that he wants to offer Indonesian community how. Okay, I think okay, this is from Ito. I think Demian told me a few times that he wants to offer Indonesian community how good quality magic looks like, and I guess he did a good job so far. Yes, he did. I agree.
And also thanks for your help also, Edu Wong, because he opened up like mostly Indonesian magician and also people like the non-magicians open up their eyes that his work is creating like designing card magic. Maybe only some
Yeah.
people, as some people think, maybe like 2 or 3% in the world, maybe that think that kind of job is the right job for you to have, because some of them still like, oh, you're just doing daily job, go to office 9 to 5. That is the more secure one. But Ido choose the hard one. But he did, but he do it with passion. He do it like because he loved designing for cards so much. But now he's one of the successful card designer in Asia probably. So
that's good.
Thanks to Ido Huang also, that he also helping younger magician to realize that becoming professional for what the thing that you choose can bring you to something that you really love first, and then the second one like success.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Let's see. All right. So I have some. Okay. So next question is, how did you and Sarah meet?
Well, to be honest, it's very kind of complicated, but we can skip that because I think most Indonesian people already know the rumors, because it's quite hard to get her, because for your information, Sarah is my, so I got divorced once, and then Sarah is I mean, not my second wife, but literally after I got divorced, and then I met Sarah and we got married. So the process itself, divorcing and then 2 years in the middle before me and Sarah got married, it's kind of like hard for us, because the rumors think that Sarah is my, how do you call it, like I had an affair with Sarah, that's why I got the divorce. Very complicated.
Okay.
So yeah,
so over there they thought Sarah was your mistress.
Yes,
that's what they say. That's what they call it.
Yeah. and then the media, they just like, this is good news, so they're making up stories. Yeah, so then again, it's a very complicated, but the people didn't know that I met Sarah is when I had my shows back in like 2013. Well, basically, I met Sarah in 2012. So she was my guest star in my TV shows. But at that time, I didn't get any like crush on her, because I'm in the process of divorcing.
Sure. So, right. Of course.
And then a year after, accidentally, I met Sarah on an event. So I met Sarah in an event. That Sarah is the one of the artists that sing. Oh, have you noticed that Sarah also a singer?
Yeah, you told me.
Yeah. So she's one of the performer that performing in that show that time. And then I met her again for the second time, and I was like, hey, blah blah blah. And then after that we had a dinner, and that is the first time I had crush to her.
Okay.
And then
since then it's
and then now.
And how long y'all been married now?
This year, like next May, our 6 years.
6 years.
Yes,
that's good. Yeah. Yesterday was me and my wife's 22nd anniversary.
Wow.
Long time.
Yeah. Well.
Right, baby.
Well, I mean, that's a good example. I mean, because Indonesia, it's kind of hard to get along. Not to get along. I mean, for me, Sarah is like not only just my wife, but she's also my best friend,
Right. Oh
my
yeah,
my
of course.
my my partner when I do like the thinking in magic,
Hmm.
and my heart audience, because Sarah, well,
Oh yeah.
do, do you believe that I never performed to Sarah
Ever?
ever? Because she's like she's the hardest audience ever. I mean, literally,
Same, yeah,
literally,
same for my wife too.
literally, when I do something like I have a new materials that I want to try it, and she's going to be like she's the first audience to be
Right.
tested. So when I do my trick or my act, or I have like new materials and I show it to him, and she was like, "Oh, that's okay."
Yeah. Same
So
thing. Same thing here.
so now you know why I have good magic, because I have a very hard audience.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yes,
every
because I mean,
time,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, because she sees magic all the time. My wife sees magic all the time. So I'm the same way. If I think of something new or try to make a trick that I used to do better,
Mm,
or get ideas from different videos, I always ask her, and I even ask my son because he used to do magic with me. He doesn't do it anymore, but he still has what's the word? He still has an eye, or he still has a knack for
mm,
magic, but he doesn't do magic anymore. So especially when my wife, when I show her something new, and when she smiles like real big and says, "Okay, that's a good one," I know it's a good one because she sees it every day or all the time.
mm, mm.
When she says, or I don't know, I will most of the time I won't do it, or I will try to make it better so that way, again, she's the hardest audience.
Mm.
Sometimes I get mad, and I was like, "What do you mean it doesn't look good? Did you not see what I just did with this and this and this?" And she's like, "Yeah, I did see it." And so I won't do that trick, or I'll try to make it better to get to the point where she is like, "Okay, yeah, that's good," or "I like that," or "I like that change.
Mm,
But usually when she says no, most of the time I don't do it. I just
mm.
throw the trick away and go to something else.
Yeah. But in Sarah's
Oh, yeah,
case, it's different.
yeah, because she's never
Your wife,
seen.
she never saw at all me doing magic. She never asked how it's done. She never
Right,
saw me do the preparation. So she just like putting herself on the audience seat. So like literally
right,
the audience
exactly,
seat,
yeah.
and also she's the hardest one. So when I show her, maybe we just like make it simple. She has a very high quality of entertainment. So
Right,
when you
right.
do like quote unquote cheap one, she was like, no, it's not good. Um, Santa. So there's a time when I performed on TV with her. Uh, it's like the TV gave me like probably like 10 minute slot, and I have to perform in 10 minutes.
Hmm.
And it turns out the act that I'm performing was in seven minutes. So I have to, and they asked me to like do the three more minutes, because they cannot cut it down, because the sponsor or the commercial is already set 3 minutes after. I mean like exactly 10 minutes, and then they play the commercial. So if
Oh,
I
right,
cut
right,
only seven, they want me to like do the 3 minutes like more,
right.
and at that time, well, accidentally I have the coin bite in my pocket. So
Hmm.
I was like, oh damn shit, I have like I'm out of material, because the routine's already done. And I was like putting my hands on my pocket. I was like, oh, I have this coin bite. So I did the coin bite,
Right.
and then Sarah is next to me, and then also the another artist standing in front of me. So I did the act. I did the coin bite, simple one with a story that is like fake story about, hey, my grandfather always teach me, blah, 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 and I
Right.
do the I bite the coin and then I blow it and it comes back. Do you know what? The the most expressive reaction came from my wife.
What? Really?
Yeah, she was like, oh, oh, oh.
Ah, that's great. So she doesn't see any of your tricks or stage shows until you actually perform.
Yeah, that is
Oh,
why when
wow.
you saw in America's Got Talent when I did the sense torture, her reaction, it's pure. Because she
Ah,
never
okay.
saw it. She never saw it at all. I mean, literally, I swear,
Wow.
she never saw it.
Wow. That's so cool, crazy, and odd all at the same
Yeah.
time, you know? And because I mean, of course, I would think just like, anybody's girlfriend or wife, they would see all the tricks, but she just doesn't want to see any of it until you actually perform the trick on stage or TV or
Yeah,
social media.
yeah. Because
Wow.
I know that she's very it's very
Right. Yeah.
expressive. She's very expressive. So
Okay.
I know what kind of reaction that she's going to have when I do this and do that. I know that probably she will be like this, probably she will that.
Right.
That's why in America's Got Talent, I
That's
just like I didn't let her to know at all. Not even my crew. Don't tell her. Okay, I said don't tell her.
right.
And then that's why for some Indonesian think that Sarah is acting because yes, she know that Sarah's doing I mean a movie
Oh,
star.
because she's
It's
an
an
actress, they
actress.
think she's
Yeah,
acting. Ah,
yeah.
that's not fair. That's not right.
I know. But
They
then
shouldn't think that.
again, the only reason why uh uh the only part when Sarah acting is
Mhm.
for my second act in America's Got Talent. Then when I got buried live under,
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
because
Right,
I
right.
need her to distract the judges.
Ah, okay, yeah. Gotcha, gotcha. Yeah.
That's the only
I mean,
act that she ever done in my act.
yeah. I mean, yeah, because I mean that's pretty much comes with any, I would say, any magic act in a positive way, where that if someone knows some part of the trick, they how they're going to react. But then again, the other half, you don't know how they're going to react, if it's going to be good or if it's going to be bad. But at the same time, it's always going to be good, right? Because it depends on how you perform the trick, how you perform on stage, close up,
Yeah.
parlor, and things like that. Oh, let's see. Okay, okay. Keith, he's going by the name of Jack Jones. You're gonna have to tell me about that name later, Keith. Okay. But he says, I feel like that would make it hard to relate to my wife. I had to teach her a few things just so I can talk to her about the psychology of magic.
Mm.
Hmm. Let's see. It would be hard to relate to.
Why it's hard to relate? I mean,
Yeah.
when you talk about the psychology of magic, why you have to teach her a few things first?
Yeah, that's a good question. Um, yeah, so Keith, why would you have to teach Nancy first so she would understand the concept of the trick? Or I mean, because technically you don't really have to
Yeah.
teach her a trick for her to understand.
Or
I think.
probably uh, uh what is his name, the real name? Keith.
Keith.
Oh yeah, Keith. Probably Keith's wife. uh he Kids want her to understand the magic first, and then he can tell her about the bigger picture. So this is like it's like make someone vanish from the television, like the illusion, make it vanish from stage and then reappear on the back of the audience. Maybe kid have to do like small thing first, and then tell story behind. Oh, this what happened look like this, but in the bigger picture, different. Blah blah blah. Maybe. So
Okay.
so
Yeah.
yeah. Hopefully you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah. Let's see. Entertainment. Akash magician. Xeon, nice to see you in this both. Okay. He says, yeah, nice to see you both on here in this both
Yeah.
in this discussion.
Akash is Indonesian magician. He live quite far from Jakarta, from the capital city. So it's quite far, and
Okay.
but he learned a lot from most performer in Indonesia. He keep learning. The thing that I like most from Akash, he always eager to learn something new.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. So let's do. Let's see. Oh, yeah. What do you know, or do you remember, or do you have any favorite tricks that you've seen online, or in the past?
I mean, that means I saw another performer, right?
Yeah. Any tricks that they performed, either if it's, let's say for this half of the question is, what is your favorite trick that you've seen online, like through Instagram or YouTube or Facebook?
Mostly, well, maybe you and I know that maybe the first. Well, I used to call it the first generation because that is the generation between, if I'm mistaken, 2015 until 2017. That is the generation when me, you, and also Jeremy. Who's the Spanish guy? I forgot his name. Like in that generation, we post like different material on Instagram, and then it keeps like, for me it's like, oh, so good. I have to make something that better than
Right.
him. It's like,
Right.
it triggers you to do something better, not literally better, but to do something different, that also hoping they will amazed by our video.
Right.
And
Right.
also my friend in Holland. I forgot his name because he haven't posted like probably like years. Do you remember
From
the
Poland?
from England? No, Dutch.
Oh, Joe?
Joe, yes, Joe.
Joe,
Yeah,
yeah. Yeah, he
I
hasn't
like
posted in a while.
years. So yeah,
Oh, wow.
I saw Joe. I saw you, and back then we have like so many magicians that inspired me. So, and then after 2017, uh, that people like slowly faded. I don't know
Oh, yeah.
where. So there's a lot of magician in 2015 until 2017. Like a lot of them inspired me. So I think I cannot mention like names, but that magician in that era that post good material on Instagram, that is the best one, because it keeps me to do, it encouraged me to do something different. It
Yeah.
encouraged
Yeah.
me to do something that hoping that other magician will shock, like, oh, this is so amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, because I want to, yeah, it's because Joe hasn't posted anything, yeah, like a year.
Yeah.
And I think the last time he told me he just wanted to take a break, which is understandable because, I mean, he does do amazing magic on his Instagram channel.
Mhm.
Um, and I think it's because he gets bombarded with so many questions and messages. So it was just too much all at one time. So he just wanted to take a break. I think that's almost the way he explained it, but I can't remember exactly how he said it. But it was something similar to that. But yeah, Andre says, yeah. Yeah, mine. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mind
His
Leader.
channel
Yeah,
is Mind
Joe.
Leader JPEG.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
forgot.
and then he told me also that he didn't really like the algorithm, like Instagram algorithm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because like it's like
Yeah.
you, if you didn't uh like send the link to me, I never knew that you posted new videos, and also vice versa. When I send you something, hey, did you watch this? And it's like, no, I didn't know you posted.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Exactly. Yeah.
like it's like I
Yeah.
don't know, something wrong with the algorithm, or I don't know why. For some reason, if you didn't post like for like 2 days, 2 days or 3 days, uh maybe I didn't get your post, get the information that you just post a new feed,
Oh, okay.
and
Yeah,
then
because like,
suddenly in the next 2 days it pop up on my page like, oh, you just post
right.
a new video, and I look at the dates, it's 2 days ago or 3 days ago. It kind of sucks, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. Because yeah, those three videos that you sent me when we were talking the other day, there was three of them. I didn't see that until you sent it to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when I went to your page, I was like, how did I miss this?
Mhm,
Because because you always come up in my feed,
mhm.
because of course we follow each other, and then it's all three videos I never saw until you sent it.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
yeah, that's weird. So now I understand, Joe. I understand now. um, okay, here's a question. Um, Richard says thanks for the amazing discussions. Have to prepare for work. See you. See you. Good luck to both of you. Stay safe. Stay healthy. All right, you too.
uh
You too, Richard.
Bye, Richard. Hey,
Let's.
yeah, so I bet 100% he's Indonesia,
Yeah, yeah.
because
What is?
because if it's in your country, uh, well, it's kind of like not rational to have a work at your time. Like now it's 10 or 9.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
11 or
Oh
12.
yeah. Oh, right
What time
now
is it
it's
now? Yeah,
11:47 p.m.
yeah.
So
So
yeah, guys, the reason why we're doing this Q&A is my time in the U.S. Eastern Standard Time. It was 10 o'clock when we started, but for Demian, and we always joke, or he always joked that he's from the future because he's over there. It is almost 1 o'clock
10,
in the
no,
afternoon.
10:47 a.m. now.
Oh, a.m. I'm sorry, yeah, a.m.
Yeah.
So yeah, so he's in the morning and I'm at night. So that's why we did this, because of course, the time difference is a big difference.
Mm,
So we had to make it where it's good for Damien and good for me as well.
mm.
All right, let's see. Ton Silver, Brazil. Somebody, hello, Ton from Brazil. Okay, Jadarina. Oh, this is for me. What is your motivation for people? Oh, for people to like. What is your motivation for people to like magic? Um, that's a good question. What is your motivation for people to like magic? It's kind of hard to answer because there's different, yeah, there's different reasonings or motivation for people to like magic. It all depends. You have to get the right people, the right group of people who enjoys magic or loves magic. If they don't know nothing about it, that's fine. But if they still love it, that's great. But I don't I don't really motivate people when I show magic. It's just I'm just being me. And my thing is, because I'm not great with sleight of hand. I love doing, messing with cards. I love making props. I love making gimmicks. I'm not that great with sleight of hand. I do the basic card, um, basic cardistry, things like that. But when I don't, it's not really motivation for me, for the people that I show. It's just how I talk to them, I guess you can say. Is I've told you know, several people before, is when I show magic to a total stranger, I talk to them like I've known them for 5 or 10 years, you know, maybe 20 years. Like they're a good friend of mine. So I don't try to make it very awkward, or I don't make it awkward. And when you be yourself and you talk to them like you've known them for years, my experience every time is they get comfortable and they become themselves, who they are, and not be all like, you know, like get away from me, that type of awkwardness. So that's pretty much how I have people enjoy magic, is just be myself, talk to them like I've known them for years, and just go and just, you know, flow with the trick. If I mess up, I will, sometimes I'll say, okay, that trick didn't work well, let me go to something else. Or I'll just flat out say, okay, I just messed up that one, screw that one, let me go to this one. I mean, I'll be honest with them, you know. And then sometimes if I do mess up, I will kind of like have a, you know, a second or third out for that trick. But it's always good for, you know, for anyone that's beginning magic, who's maybe watching now or just got into magic. It's always good to have a 2 or 3 outs for a trick, because if the first one doesn't work right, or a possibility of the spectator messing you up, you can always have another out for that trick.
Yeah.
Okay. It's always good to have 2 or 3 outs. All right. Next one is, okay. Okay. I already asked you that one. The favorite trick of yours. Okay. So this is, I want to know this too, because I think we've talked about it, but I can't remember if you went into detail, but how did you start? How did you get into black art? How did you get into BA?
That probably that most people didn't know was I started doing black art not in social media first. I started on stage. So
On stage, yeah.
On stage. So I got inspired by Omar Pasha, because although it's very simple, I mean, the method, and then probably like 100% people already notice, oh, it's a black art. But for me, I like the idea, and I like the how it can create the thing. It's just like a messing up with your brains. I mean,
yeah. Oh yeah.
It's so visual. I mean, so visual. So I do the like a trial error, and then create a new one for my act. So I have this kind of act, but I cannot say it because most people in Indonesia will know. But there's an act that using like 80%, well, not 80, yeah, maybe like 80% of it using black art. And then it's always that act, it's always be my, like the climax. So I have like 45 minutes act, and for the end, for the closing, I always do that act every time, and it never fails to miss people. So until then, it was like black art always have place in my heart for like creating some new stuff. So maybe if I cannot create a props, I mean a mechanism, the final solution is by having black art for the one of the tools.
Right.
So and then in 2015, I was like, I never saw people doing black art for close-up, and I never saw people doing it for Instagram.
Right. Yeah.
So and then I started, if I'm mistaken, the one that gone viral for the community is when I have like coins. It's like coins, and then become like the bills, and then I like take the bills and then become
the bill and the coins. Oh yeah, that, when I first saw that one, I literally had to watch it at least 20 times, because I'm sitting, you know, this is literally, I'm on the phone like this. What? I'm like, what? And then I'm doing this, I'm doing this. So that one was real good.
Yeah, so that is, if I'm mistaken, that is my first one. Yeah.
Well,
I think that's the first one.
I think the first one that you did was the one-handed coin vanish.
No. Oh, no,
No?
no, 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 no. The first one is the one that I tear a corner, not a corner, like the a quarter of cards, and
Uh-huh.
then it's vanished and it reappear slowly.
Oh yeah. That was the very first one?
That's the very first one, and then the second one, the coins and the bill.
Oh wow, because yeah, I saw when you did the one-handed coin vanish. Because that's the first one I saw. And this was this was back in 2017. Yeah.
Oh, no, no, no,
Yeah.
2015.
Was it 15?
Because I still remember that I was in my first house. That's
Oh
why I
yeah.
told you I knew you longer than 2017.
So that was 2015.
Mhm.
Wow. Okay. Wow.
Yeah, that's
We've known
that's
each other
because
4 or 5 years.
that's because I still remember the place when I sit down at my stairs and take the shot, and that shot was taken in my first house.
Okay. Yeah. Because I do remember you were coming down the stairs when you did
No,
the one-handed coin
no,
vanish.
the
No.
when I coming down the stairs is the black hole with the silk.
That's it. Yeah. That's the one. That's the one. Yeah.
Yeah.
That one. That literally messed me up when I first saw that.
Yeah.
The emoji with the brain exploding. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's me. That was me. But and I think yeah, either that one or the coin, one-handed coin vanish was the first time I saw you, and I'm looking, I'm like, okay, this has got to be BA. I mean, right?
Mhm.
And then so of course, first time seeing you and this trick on social media, of course, I'm thinking to myself, all right, this guy has all these followers, so there's no way he's going to fake this. Okay. And obviously you didn't, and you still don't, and you never will, because that's how you are. And but I saw it, and I was just like, I'm looking, and yeah, that one I watched I don't know how many times, and I could not figure it out. And then something happened. I saw something. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it dealt with black art. And then it made me think of the silk through card. And then and it took me many tries to try to make the same gimmick, right? And then when I finally got it down, I think that's when I sent you the video,
Yeah.
and I told you my name, told you that I saw this video of yours. I can't remember if it was the hole in the handkerchief or the
Mhm.
one-handed coin vanish. And then after that, that's how we started talking.
Mhm.
And just to let out, I mean, I'm not going to tell the secret, of course, guys, but Damian and I have a lot of things in common when we do black art.
Mhm.
And we literally did not have any idea that we were doing the same type
Mhm.
of
Yeah.
principle, same type of concept that we do. And I showed him what I do, and he showed me what he did, and we laughed almost 5 minutes. We were laughing for
Yeah.
like 5 minutes because it was so weird, so crazy, and so coincidental of how we do the black art for camera.
Yeah. And then
And
the
then,
mechanism also
oh
is almost
gosh, oh
similar.
yeah,
Did you remember last time we had a chat in Instagram, and then you take the picture and I was like, damn,
yeah.
I did almost exactly the same like yours.
Oh man, that's so great. That is so great. Um, who? Okay, Seradix
Saradic
Bakassi.
is Saradic is the name of Sarah's fans. It's like a
Oh,
Sarah
okay.
addict. Sarah addict. Addicted to Sarah. Sarah addict.
Oh, okay. How is your reaction if your perform be demolished? Why another person? Huh? Okay, let me read it again. How is your reaction if you?
It's like probably like with this some other performer trying to well, how do, not demolish,
Oh, if someone, oh, how do I react if someone tries to mess up my trick or mess up your trick
Yes. Yeah.
with the other person? Well, luckily I've been lucky that no one's done that to me. I've had it done to a friend before, and he was supposed to watch tonight, but long story short, he's his name is also Keith, but he and I, we were out one night at a restaurant slash bar, and he was just showing some magic to a guy, some people at the table, and I was outside. I was just taking a smoke break, and I see this guy come over to my friend, and my buddy, he's like this. He's doing the cards like this, right? This guy comes over and he goes, like literally hitting his cards, and then he had to take it back. And then his other friend was like, hey, stop. He did it again, and the guy did this again. I put my cigarette out. I walked in, and my friend was standing here, and the guy was standing right here. And I went up to him. I was like, "What are you doing? What's going on?" Right? And he just like looked at me, and he was drinking too. He was really drunk. So, but see, my friend Keith, he's a cop, and the guy didn't know. So I told him, if I were you, I would, flash your badge, because he doesn't do that, right? He's out as not the police officer. He's out as a magician. Okay. So, but this was a time that he would have, he should have done it. But the owners, I knew the owner of the restaurant, so they told the guy just to, just back off, whatever. But that's the only time that I've had someone mess a friend of mine up that I witnessed. And he and Keith and I, we were literally gonna fight him and his friend, and they would have gotten their asses kicked. But if that didn't happen, but that's the only time that really something, and that wasn't really major, but just something happened. But to me personally, I haven't had anything like that happen, really. And then I'm guessing, I guess they're asking both of us. So have you had anybody try to mess you up on purpose, or like when you're showing something live?
Maybe back then, before I got really like somewhere before 2010 probably, because yeah, because people at that time, people was like, when we show magic, they was trying to figure it out, so it's like more puzzle rather than magic. So here, when someone did that to me, when I like do some card tricks or do some like with my audience, and then I saw one or two people that is not really pay attention, or it's like disrespect. So I'm just like, okay, grab my stuff and I walk out, because for me it's I should be there because they're not enjoying it. So why should I? So I'm just like grab my stuff. So the only if I'm mistaken, this happened in 2000, somewhere in 2002. That is the only first thing that I never forget, when someone mess up with me when I'm performing on stage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I had a show with a corporate, Samsung at that time, like Samsung television.
Right.
So they hired me to perform on stage, and they also have it's like a corporate show for their own. How do you say? It's like the people who work for them, employee.
Oh, the employees, okay,
yeah. So basically, it's like a show for their employees. So I do like interactive magic between me and myself. inside the television. So there's a second me on the television. So I do card tricks. I do card tricks, and then the virtual me who's going to reveal the card that's been chosen with the spectators.
Okay.
So the routine was like have the card sign, and then I raffle it to the plasma TV, and then the virtual me catch it, and then showing that it's the same card with the signature.
Okay.
So there's a guy, he's very like messing up with me. He revealed it. Yeah, so
there during the show.
Yeah, so
oh my god,
I have 3 acts. That is my first act, and on my second act, I asked a volunteer to come on stage, and this guy, I forgot his name, but I still remember the situation, but I forgot his face and everything, but I still remember the situation. So this guy, he volunteered himself and come on stage, and then when I asked, so what is your name? He grabbed my microphone, and then he say, "You're a fake," literally on stage.
Oh my god, jeez.
Yeah, you're a fake. I know your routine. So you have like double signature, blah 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 blah. But you force a card. He explained it to everyone on stage.
Jeez. Oh my god.
So, and then after that, I grabbed the mic and I said, "Hey, I can explain." And then he's like, "Talk to my hand." And then he walked back again to his seat. And at that moment, I was like, I'm so fucked. I mean, I literally, I'm fucked up at that time. But I still see that some people there is their mimic is like, hey, that it's not fair. I mean, he's doing his job, performing, and why he became a sector badass. And then at that time, I just, well, I didn't what do you call it? For me, it's hard to accept it. But hey, man, don't call me fake, because I can do real magic. And I'll say, okay, you want real magic? Okay, I want to show you. I want to show you real magic. I said to him, and then he said, no, you're fake. You're not a magician. You're fake. And he keep doing that. And I was like, okay, I will do something for you, real one. And then I asked him to, okay, if you tell me that I fake, I use this and that, I have stooges and everything, okay, I want you to choose any person in this room that you knew well. Choose one. And then he said, no, I don't want it. You're fake. You're a fake. And at that time, I think I thought at that moment, okay, this is my time, because he said that I'm fake, but he doesn't want to prove, and he doesn't want to do it with me again, because I want to show it. So, and I was like, oh, this is my time. Okay, now you'll be screwed after this. And I said, okay, choose any audience that you think that you know well. And then he said, no. And I said, okay. I asked to another person in the room and say, okay, if I choose this person, everyone knows him. And then everyone said yes. And I was trying to mock him, like, probably is it you who's not famous, or maybe you're the one that not making friends with them. I don't know, but if you're not, I'm just trying to mess it because he messed me. Sorry, because he was messing me before. So I was trying to messing it with him. So I was like, so I hope you know this guy. If it's not, so you're not famous then, or you're not that popular on your office. I was like trying to mess up. And I was like, and I'm bring the second spectator on stage, and I was like, okay, now I want you, sir, the one who messing up with me. What? And I was like, oh yeah. And I say, okay, you, sir. So I do this piquet touch. I do the piquet touch. I mean, it's so good, and people will think that it's real. I mean, I do the piquet touch. And I was like, okay, sir, I want you to choose like a number between 1 to 5. He was like, you don't want it? It's okay. it's okay because I want to prove you something, but it's okay. I was like, so at the end, I succeed, and then everyone is clapping like twice as good as
Right.
before. So
Yeah. To
that
make
is
that
the
guy look
first
like
time.
an
Yeah,
ass, basically.
yeah. So that is the first and the last time I got like kicked on stage, like
Mhm.
quote to quote. I mean, like that guy literally revealed the secret. So at that moment, I was just thinking, well, if we want to pay him back try to pay back in the good way.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
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 I mean,
Man.
I literally can punch him in the face at that moment, but
Oh yeah.
you know, yeah.
Yeah. Well, me, I would have punched him. I would have. Let's see. Yeah. Anjirani, yeah, Anjirani again. Do you have a unique way to do magic? Do you have a unique way to do magic?
I always have a unique way. Well, as as you know me, I never make something easy.
Oh yeah, yeah, exactly, exactly. Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Well, every time I want to perform or every time I create magic, I just want to be different and I just want to do something that's never been done, never been taught by any magician or anyone in the world.
right,
That is the criteria. That's why if I have to perform on social media for my Instagram, I have like think like 100 times more harder because I'm not just I don't want to post something that maybe most magician already done it before. Sometimes I just want to do it something that the community never been saw before.
right. Oh yeah, 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 definitely. Yeah, because the things that you do that I see on YouTube and Instagram,
Mm.
um, it's like literally impossible to do it in. I mean, even if it's in real life on video or in real life, the things that you do and how and the process that you go through. I mean, it's literally it looks like CGI. Of course, that's how everybody
Yeah,
says it, but it's not. It's
it's
and
not.
you're not faking the video. Nothing like that. But what I liked, what I liked is the stunts that you do, especially when you did the blindfold driving.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
With
now
the salt.
yeah, with the salt. Now, if you guys haven't seen this before, go to Damian's channel. He has salt poured on his eyes, okay, and then a black handkerchief tied around his eyes. Okay. He gets in a car and he drives the car. And I don't know, I don't recognize who the people that were with you,
Mm.
but the lady in the front, she was freaking out.
Yeah.
Right? and and the two guys in the back, I think one of them is part of your crew.
One of them is a magician.
Okay, okay, yeah. And because he's a magician, he wasn't freaking out that much because I'm guessing he knew he knew how you're driving, or if you're driving too fast or too slow, or just like medium, right? So I can tell he wasn't that scared, but she was freaking out because that was her first experience. Basically, it looked like. Okay, so if you haven't seen, guys, if you haven't seen that video, you have to go check it out. It's insane. I mean, Damian's driving for almost good 10 minutes, 15
Yeah,
minutes. Yeah,
10 to 15 minutes.
long time. And probably going about almost 40 miles an hour or
Yeah, more
35,
or
40,
less. Yeah, more
something
or
like
less.
that. Yeah. And that's fast. Being blindfolded, 35, 40 miles an hour. Yeah, that's fast. Yeah, I gotta plug this up real quick. Hold on for a second.
Okay, okay, okay. Ya, tadi yang nanya-nanya. Ini jadi gini, sebenarnya Xeon itu dia teman gue yang suka, dia bukan performer, tapi dia suka bikin video di Instagram. Nah, dia bikin interview tuh buat nanya-nanya gue sebenarnya. Jadi bukannya nanya ke dia, tapi sebenarnya buat nanya ke gue. Buat Tri Ferazta terjadi baku hantam, enggak. Saya orangnya
guys, if you guys are still watching, give us a second. I guess Damian's going to be talking to some of the questions from Indonesia, and I have to charge my laptop real quick.
Hey, Jack Jones, good night, guys. Come to Magic Castle sometimes. Yes, of course, we'll do. We'll do, Jack Jones. And this time in Indonesia is 11 a.m. So it's good night for you. And this is like good morning, like good morning. Andre masih di sini, Andre, Edo, atau siapa aja nih yang pesulap? Jadi sebenarnya ini adalah talk show yang sebenarnya Xeon asking me the question. You can freely ask him, it's okay, but basically this video is him interviewing me, Q&A, not me interviewing him.
Oh, must be a team when the magic was created, so it must be a team. Okay. All right. So, what time is it now? It's 12:15. Maybe just a couple of more. Do you got pain in the Cement Act? Okay. Prinish. He's asking, did you get hurt during in the Cement Act? The Cement Act that you did?
Maybe got hurt is not really the exact word, because I felt a lot of them in my body.
Or pain, I'm sorry, he said pain.
Yeah, pain. I mean, pain maybe it's just like if you can like this word pain is a number, maybe only 80 or only when it's 1 to 10, maybe it's only 5, because the pain that I had was like a 10. Can you imagine?
Right.
It's like it's like when you have, it's like your son, when you ask him to sit on your lap for like an hour, how you feel about that? Like your
you
son
get sore and numb.
Yeah, and your son is like how much is his weight?
Oh well, when he was a kid, when he was younger, maybe like, I don't know, when he was about 8 or 9 years old, he was about 40-50 pounds. And we pretty much
20 kilos.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the kilos. I've never.
I think more or less it's like 20 kilos. Yeah. So can you imagine? Can you imagine? I have like the cement all over my body, and the weight itself probably like almost 1 ton.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Can you imagine? So it hurts me so bad that is why after I escaped from that cement, I couldn't barely walk.
Oh man, yeah, because all that, once it hardened,
you can feel the weight.
Just felt the weight on you. Oh wow, yeah. Whether the magic was created by yourself or team must be with a team. Okay. And Jack
John said, "Good night, guys. Come to Magic Castle sometime." Does he work for Magic Castle?
Oh, Zach. I mean, not Zach. What did I say Zach for? Keith. Yeah, Keith. Good night, Keith. Come to the Magic Castle sometime. No, he I can't remember if he said he's been to the Magic Castle yet, but yeah, he moved out to California about 6 months ago or 8 months ago, I think. And he's planned on going to the Magic Castle. I can't remember if he's gone yet. Knowing him, he probably already has gone. Let's see. So this is one of my last questions. Let me click over here. Oh, okay. How many magicians have you met before and after
AGT?
Yeah, let me see. How many magicians have you met before and after your success? Or like the ones that really stand out to you?
Before my success, I met magician, like a lot of magician, but only 5 of them that is very outstanding than the others, because the first one is his name is he's an underground magician in Indonesia. His name is Catfi.
Okay.
Catfi, and then he's the one who taught me about magic, like sleight of hand. My first interest is in coin metrics, and he's the one who taught me that. And then I learned from him for about like 1 to 2 years, and then that is the first time I learned that the real magic, it's so hard, because you have to master all the sleight of hand.
Right.
So that is in between 2000 and 2002. So I'm with him, and then after that I met one of the best magician in Indonesia back then. He's very famous. His name is Deddy Corbuzier, and he invited me to his community, and I met a lot of like very, very good magician, like Romy Rafael, the hypnosis guy, and he also famous here in Indonesia. And then Bo Fernand, he's a Secretariana consultant, and then Oge Artemus, he's a escapologist from Indonesia. So that is the best moment. And then the magician that is outstanding before I got my success.
Right.
And then after that, we still friends until today. I mean, all of them. And then after that, the difference is between after AGT, I met magician that is famous abroad and also famous on social media. So like Jeremy is famous among the magic community. And then I met a good consultant of David Copperfield that already passed away, Don Wayne. And then I met it's like in the magic life, I met a DMC, I met Drummond, and Penn and Teller, Chris Angel, Cyril. I met him in person. So I mean, like I met a lot of great magicians like Shin Lim, Eric Chen. I mean, it opened doors to magician friends. So now, so before and after, before maybe I only met magician like the best one only locally Indonesian.
Right.
And after AGT and between that until the AGT, I met like best magician among in social media, Instagram especially. And then after AGT, like I have like more friends that famous abroad.
Right. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's great. And I also wanted to mention, I don't know how many people on here, but Demian is one of those type of people is very down to earth. I mean, these are for the ones who may not know you, in the US, or any friends of mine that are watching. So Demian is the type of person that he's hugely successful in magic. His wife is a famous movie star, but they are the type of people that they're not snobby. They're not stuck up. They don't have an ego where, I'm a famous magician, don't talk to me, or I'm a movie star, don't talk to me. That is not Damon and his wife. They are very down to earth people. And it's like one of the most down to earth guys I've ever met. And being at his statue or his status in magic and him and being very down to earth is like the best thing that you can ever see in any movie celebrity or a singer, whatever their success is in. Most of those people or half of those people are just stuck up, like their shit don't stink, right? But Damon, they're not like that. He's like, I mean, just from this interview, you guys can see is he's just down to earth, and that's one of the reasons why I became good friends with him is because his personality, and for me, I don't, what's the word? I don't like negativity. My wife and I, and for ourselves, we don't like negativity. We don't allow negativity in our lives. And anyone that's been always negative towards us, or just a very bad, just a bad human being, in general, we don't deal with people like that. We don't deal with negativity. I mean, because you don't have time for negativity in your life. You have time for positive shit, and do positive things, basically.
We already have problems in our life, so why should we handle it with negativity?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We have our own problems in our own lives, so why deal with other people's negativities? I mean, if they're close friends or best friends or something like that, yeah, help them along, with any issues that they're having or that they're dealing with. That's great. That's being a good friend, But just if you just somebody you don't know and they're just bad people, you don't have to deal with it. It's just you don't have time. You don't have time for that in your life. That's definitely a plus. So so I guess we can cut it off here. But Demian, thank you so much for this Q&A. I had a lot of messages. People messaging me saying that they're excited. Why? I don't know if they were nervous to not ask any questions for the ones who were said that they were going to watch tonight or still watching maybe. But that's okay. There's always another time. But Demian, thank you so much. So I feel bad that you only slept for 3 hours to get up in the morning.
No, it's okay. I mean, it's okay. It's no problem. So I can get some sleep after this.
Yeah. All right. Good. So all right. So glad you guys are staying safe and clean throughout this whole virus crap. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Can't wait till this is over with.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Hopefully soon.
Yeah, hopefully soon. And then that's hopefully soon. So you can finally come to Florida like we talked about.
Yeah.
And then chill out here, for a couple of days or so, and then do some amazing magic videos somewhere.
and also don't forget for those people who's watching this, me and Steve, me and Xeon is going to make something like we want to create some collaboration.
Yeah. I don't know how many people are watching. Do you want to say it now or do you want to say it later?
I think it's gonna just give them a teaser, like small teaser.
Just a small teaser? Okay. All right, so this is live, so if you guys want to share this part of it, definitely do so. Damian and I are gonna come out with let's just say we're gonna come out with an amazing effect, but it's just not gonna be one. It's gonna be multiple effects, and this is just a teaser. We're not gonna exactly tell you what it is, or when it's coming, because we don't know when it's coming, but it's going to be coming soon. Hopefully before 2021.
Yeah.
but it may
Because
pass 2021 possibly.
our plan was supposed to be last year, right? October last year.
Last year,
plan.
yeah, it was supposed to be October, right?
But it's postponed it, and then we don't know when because this coronavirus stuff.
Yeah, and then the whole and then of course with your schedule, you got a busy schedule. But yeah, so you heard it here first. Damian and I are gonna collaborate and come out with multiple effects, and it's gonna be good. There are one or couple of them that's similar, that's out now, but I would say this very modestly, it's going to be beyond what's out there now. Let's just say it that way. So Damian and I are going to be collaborating on an effect, multiple effects that's going to be released hopefully before 2020, and definitely watch out for it because it's going to be, it's going to be amazing.
Yep.
Really, that's all I can say.
yeah. Don't
That's all
spoil
I
too
can
much.
say.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah. So, all right, Damian. Well, thank you so much, brother. And
pleasure's mine.
definitely we'll be chatting soon again.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I might do this again, like, once a week, trying to, get some other magicians on here. Because like, I saw everybody doing it. So I was like, let me try it, see how it is, And so this is my first experience. And of course, it was great to have you as the first interviewee. So yeah, this was amazing. This is great. So thank you so much, Damian, and thank you everyone for watching, for commenting.
Yes. Thank you, everyone.
I'm waiting for you, Nuritha. Whoa, it's cool. I'm waiting for you all. Okay.
Maybe
great.
waiting for the project. Maybe she mean waiting for the project.
Yeah, definitely, for the project. Yeah.
Okay, maybe we can do this some other time with your magic friends, but do it
definitely.
on your
We can do that.
Or do it on your Facebook or something.
Yeah, we can do a group session. We'd have to do it live, just a group session jam. So yeah, definitely, for sure. All right.
Perfect.
All right, guys. Thank you again for watching. Damian, thank you so much, brother. And I will talk to you soon.
Okay. Bye.
All right. See ya.